A woman wakes up alone in a pod, drifting through space. With just 1 hour of oxygen left, no one is coming to save her. So, the movie kicks off with this tiny white mouse stuck in a puzzle maze, trying to find the way out. Just as the mouse struggles, the scene shifts, bam, to a girl lying inside a futuristic looking chamber hooked up to wires and breathing devices. When she wakes up, she's confused and terrified, immediately tearing off all the gear attached to her. That's when alarms blare. Error, oxygen levels at 35%. Now, for reference, humans start experiencing dizziness and confusion if oxygen drops below 19%. 35 might sound fine, but in a sealed pod, that's basically the clock ticking on her life. The setup almost feels like Ex Machina, where the AI gives you just enough answers to keep you trapped in its game. Still dazed, she thinks maybe she's in a hospital, maybe something went wrong with the machines. Panic starts bubbling. She shouts at the system, "Where am I? Who am I? Tell me my name." The system coldly spits out a name she doesn't recognize. It tells that her name is Omicron 267. Desperate for answers, she asks the system to show her reflection. When her image appears, something strange happens. Her brain flashes back to that mouse again. It freaks her out, like her mind's playing tricks. Is this really a hospital? Or something way scarier? She demands to be let out, but the system only asks for a code she doesn't have. Cleverly, she thinks, if this system does what I tell it, maybe I can call for help. So she orders it to dial 911. Surprisingly, it works. A police officer answers. She blurts out that she's trapped in some kind of chamber, maybe medical, maybe not. She gives the officer the model number, but he's just as confused. She pleads for him to trace the call. But before he can, the line cuts off. Talk about a nightmare. Running out of options, she asks the system to run her DNA. The machine confirms a match and finally spits out her identity, Elizabeth. Relief lasts only a moment, because then the cop calls back, asking if she's trapped in a chamber with low oxygen. The system cuts in, oxygen now at 31%, maybe an hour left. For perspective, the average person can only last about 3 minutes without oxygen, so watching it tick away is terrifying. The cop warns her to stay calm since panic only burns oxygen faster. He suggests searching inside for the owner's name, but she finds nothing. Then creepily the system itself asks, "Would you like me to kill you to save the trouble?" Elizabeth snaps, "No! Dig deeper into my records." That's when she learns the shocking part. She's a scientist, a doctor who worked on strange experiments. The chamber she's in? It's her own invention. She locked herself inside but can't remember why, or how to get out. She tries social media to contact her husband, but instead a rude stranger answers, telling her never to call again. Heartbroken and panicked, she tries breaking out physically, but the pod is built like a fortress. Just when she feels she's losing her grip on reality, the police call again, insisting everything is in her head. To make it worse, when she looks at a photo, her husband is missing from it. Her memories are crumbling. Then that strange woman calls back. This time, she drops a truth bomb. Elizabeth's husband is dead, and she warns if Elizabeth uses a code to open the chamber, it could kill her. And then, the biggest reveal yet. Elizabeth isn't on Earth. She's in space, floating in a spacecraft. If she opens the chamber, she'll be sucked into the void forever. The woman explains. Elizabeth was part of a mission to save humanity, because Earth is dying. She was put into hibernation to survive the journey, but the system malfunctioned. Oh, and those cops? Fakes. They wanted her to panic and burn through oxygen faster. Elizabeth has one option left: go back into hibernation to wait for rescue. But before the woman can guide her, soldiers arrest her, leaving Elizabeth alone with a chilling warning. When oxygen drops to 2%, act or die. As time runs out, Elizabeth hallucinates seeing her dead husband in the chamber with her. For a heartbreaking moment, she almost gives up. She even makes a final call to her mother. But then, another twist. The system reveals she isn't alone. There are 10,000 chambers just like hers. When her view shield lifts, she sees countless pods around her, plus one horrifying detail: corpses floating outside in space. She has a vision of her husband among them, which reignites her fight to live. Then a memory floods back. The rat experiments. She had transferred puzzle-solving memories from one mouse to another. The twist? The same thing was done to her. Elizabeth realizes the shocking truth. She's not the original. She's a clone of the real Elizabeth, who's now old and was the mysterious woman guiding her. All these colonists in space, clones. Her oxygen plummets 3%, 2%, 1%. She scrambles to reattach her devices and begs the system to restart hibernation, but it refuses. She's too late. In a desperate move, she records a final message for her husband, ready to die. Then a spark of genius. System, do the dead chambers still have oxygen? The answer, yes. She orders the system to transfer it to her pod. The process will take days, but she agrees to hibernate again. Cut to years later, Elizabeth wakes up, not in the chamber, but standing on a new planet. A planet where humanity can start fresh, and next to her, her husband, alive. Together again. And that's how this sci-fi thriller wraps up, a roller coaster of fear, hope, and mind-bending twists. The twist about her being in space gave me heavy interstellar vibes, except instead of saving humanity with time travel, it's about survival in a coffin-like pod. So, if you love wild survival stories with a mix of science and suspense, this one's worth watching. And hey, if you enjoy our breakdowns, hit subscribe, stick around, because there are more coming your way.